Hey guys, welcome back. So the other day I referenced Peak over here on Twitter. Namamoto from Drama Queen saying she can save the UK. If you know, you know. #1 alien hater right here. But it turns out that she's actually needed back in Japan once again. As we have breaking, thousands of locals marched in Osaka yesterday demanding an end to immigration. Another account would respond to that saying, why is everybody so against immigration now? Getting responses such as, it's called paying attention. When guests show up and trash all over your house, insist they have more of a right to be there than you do, and rob the neighbors, smart people start to notice. Others saying developed countries with low birth rates are rightfully worried about an influx of foreigners from the third world overwhelming their native population and destroying their culture. And simple, immigration equals native population replacement. When the natives are gone, a new government, culture, and country will be created. It is the modern way of invading a country without a full-scale violent war. These are, of course, the opinions of some. Let me know what you think in the comments, and there's still a lot we gotta go over. Another user would say, I don't know. And post this clip of what seems to be a nuisance tourist, one of those nuisance tourists that have become so prevalent in Japan. I don't think this person's actually living there, but who knows? Either way, it's clear that this person doesn't respect the people of Japan or the country itself, and instead just tries to use them to make content where I guess this idea of content is making yourself look like a moron in public or something. I don't really get it, but hey, I guess that's what this guy really likes to do. Great life, bro. I mean, seriously, imagine trying to aspire to be like Johnny Somali. Of all the things you could do, you see that dude, you're like, I want to be like him. And so we're also seeing protests break out saying dismantle JICA, which is the Japan International Cooperation Agency, and adding the text no to immigration. Let's watch this 16-second clip next. So presumably the building that they're outside might be JICA headquarters or some sort of office related to JICA, Responses to this one include, they are steadily devising plans behind the scenes. Globalization is not something the Japanese want. On the contrary, it puts women and girls at risk. Honestly, I think we should stop funding third world countries. It just makes them dependent on us. As the saying goes, give a man a fish. If any, it'll only push the Japanese to be more patriotic for their nation, and part of that patriotism is that they better come up with solutions to their native birth rate decline. Re-immigration is the most humane option, and it's not that they can't build their own countries. They tear down any country that they migrate to. Once again, these are just a few comments. Let me know what you think. And we've got another video clip here of some more of the protests. I'm kind of just speeding through this one. You get the idea. And then we have this tweet about another complete loser right here. It says, Australian tourist in Japan returns to another cemetery to pull apart graves and mock the dead.
Yo, Bonnie Tokyo, have it on you.
Why the chicks got your
When you have no life and you're a complete loser, you become this guy.
hearts on sticks? Obsessed with dicks like you can't fit.
Okay, that's enough of that. What the frick? What a creep. And there's apparently more too. This account also saying, in case you missed his first round of antics. Well, I did not see this. I did miss this. Let's take a look at this 34-second one. Australian tourist in Japan goes to a cemetery and decides to help himself to the offerings left for the dead.
There's a cemetery here with a whole bunch of dead people. Oh, look at this guy. Full can of Kieran.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh, absolute scumbag. Bro, these people will come to Japan, one of the most peaceful countries out there, and then they do stuff like this. They act like they're so hard, but everyone knows they're complete cowards. And there's no, it's no surprise, rather, that people in Japan are so sick of this stuff that they're starting to push back against it more and more and more. They ain't having it. Which is completely justified. Oh my gosh, dude. I can't believe what I'm watching right now. gonna skip the end. He's like burping all disgustingly, and I don't know if he then throws the can, like the clip ends too early, but it looks like he may just like throw the can on the floor, or he takes it with him when it's empty. I don't know for sure. Either way, this guy is a complete loser and a complete coward. And yeah, like I said, it's totally understandable why people in Japan want their government to take harsher action against people like this. And that takes us here. Japanese schoolgirl speaks at anti-migrant invasion protest, saying, "It's painful that I can't reassure my parents' generation, and I wonder what will happen to my children's future. Give us our country back." She also goes on to criticize the current Prime Minister Ishiba's policy on immigration.
この世代なんてどうなってしまうんだろう。日本は単一民族国家です。それを今の石破さんの勝手な政策では言えなくなってしまいます。怖いです。
And she's crying while she talks about her fear of Japan becoming a more predatory nation, though she uses a bit of different wording there, as you can see in the subtitles. And these awful actions by certain migrants is already something that we're seeing happening all across the UK. She says that she believes the people of Japan have a responsibility across any generation to change what's going on. And then she starts this chant saying, if I say give me my country back, please say give it back.
石破！国を返せ！私たちの国を返せ！日本を返せ！安心できる日本を返せ！ありがとうございます。頑張りましょう。
Elsewhere in Japan, we have Japanese news reporting on the state of Japan's waterways as foreigners continue to turn them into rubbish dumps. Locals have had enough. There are no subtitles, English subtitles on this one, so just kind of skipping through here. You can see what's going on, and we'll move on to the next part of the video. And then we got another one of these losers. Caption and other foreigners caused a ruckus on a Japanese train. The influencer also claimed that it's time for Japan to let go of outdated manners. This guy's got some nerve, saying, do you agree? This man has the audacity to talk about manners as he's doing this in a train. Like, what the frick's the matter with you, dude? It's like blasting his music. I'm not going to play it. It might be copyrighted. But yeah, he's like blasting his music, causing a ruckus. Again, making himself look like a moron. These people all think they're the main character. This clip has also been making the rounds, getting over 2.7 million views on Twitter.com. Yeah, believe it or not, this is not London, guys. This is not the UK, if you get the joke. This is apparently Osaka, Japan. We'll play like the last 5 seconds or so of this clip. A few more there. And then we're going to end with this clip, going back over to the UK for just a second. And I'll probably talk about this in another video related to the UK coming up, so I don't just only bury the lead at the end of this video. But I did want to show you this because this was so freaking crazy. He says the UK was built by his ancestors.
The reason why you're here today is because of what your people did to my people. You don't do anything for this country. You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. The reason why you're in the streets, these streets were built by my ancestors.
What? What? These streets points, like, apparently is like right there in the UK. These streets were built by my ancestors. What the heck? Bro is living his own headcanon.
These streets were built by my ancestors.
What? Yeah, we're gonna end with that one. Yeah, it's freaking hilarious. Although all the stuff happening in the UK and Japan is also very sad for the people living there. The citizens living there. Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff in the comments. And thank you for tuning in to yet another video. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please consider liking and or subscribing. It helps out greatly. And consider leaving a comment as well, as that's also more important than ever now on YouTube apparently. So yeah, I'll see you in the comments here. And in the next one, have a great rest of your weekend.